Hi, I'm Jeané Bresler, Customer Service Representative, and this is my team spotlight. I have a background in 3D design, so I just found that Shapeways might be a great fit for me. At that time, a role opened up in the distribution center, which I applied for. During my time in distribution, I was there about a couple of months, started to learn the systems and the processes, and got the opportunity to work a bit more in post-production. Then again, you have to learn lots of new things, and after I think I kind of got that under the knee, I moved over to pre-production, doing some planning. So it was a bit of pre-production, post-production, and then distribution. And then about 3 months ago, a job opportunity opened up in customer service, and we just thought that might be a good fit, applied, and got the job. Lots of people always ask me when they hear I'm in customer service, like, oh, do customers complain a lot? But it's really not what customer service is about. It's about serving customers with care, which I try to do best. I reply to people, to their questions and inquiries online, and it's a mix of things. Most of the times, people are just reaching out because they want some extra info, they have some questions, and they need some answers or some assistance. Every morning, everybody gets together in the middle of the office, which is great because you can't miss it, just to get an overview of what the day is going to be like, what type of volume we have, who's going to do what. That first of all helps a lot because then also you know who to speak to if you have specific questions. And then we also have our management meeting every morning for 5 minutes, just also to get a more in-depth view of what is happening in all the departments, not necessarily just production. I'm a very curious person, so I think this role is great in that sense that I'm always inquiring about little things, even with the morning meetings, when things are sometimes just discussed. So you get answers, and during the day, you'll get a question for that and say, oh, I actually have the answer for this because I heard it this morning. It also helps in that when a client reaches out, because I understand the processes, or sometimes things take longer for whatever reason, uh, I am able to not just tell them, oh, your part is expected in 2 days, but I can actually give them a reason why so that they have a better understanding of it. Because it's also, I feel, very important that when communicating to clients, not just giving them an answer, but also more of an understanding. I'm a strong believer in that the better you know a subject, the easier you can explain it to someone. You can use simple words to get your point across. And it's really important because these are some really cool printers we have here. A lot of clients have their file, they submit it, they want their part, and they just want you to help them quickly. They don't really care too much about all the intricacies. You do get a feel from a client's request what level of information they want to get from you. So a typical day involves I'm spent mostly behind my PC answering client requests, but also running around the factory, reaching out to team members regarding specific client requests or inquiries and orders. Topics you discuss are so varied. So sometimes it's a lot more intricate, and some days are way fuller than others. Engaging with clients, the thing that I really like most is if you assist someone, especially if you help them with some designs or material suggestions, and you explain to them why, and they're like, oh yes, I haven't thought of it like this, or and then they can take it further and say, but if you say this, then this and this and this, and I'm like, yes, that's exactly right. So you really see how you're helping people. It's such a wide variety of projects. We have architects, we have people just printing something small that their kid designed, which is really sweet. And then we have some people wanting to print organisms that are extinct currently. Either way, sometimes they're like, "Oh, this is my project," or "We're just printing this little part, but this is actually the bigger picture." And if they send you like final photos of what the project comes out as, or they just let you know, "Thank you, because of you, our project was such a success." That's absolutely awesome. So if something like that happens during my day, I would go home and say, I had such a good day. And I think it's very important to have empathy, putting yourself in the client's shoes. Then also problem solving, because it's not always easy. Some people want their parts as soon as possible. You really want to figure out a plan that doesn't put your team under unnecessary stress. because you also want the parts to be produced successfully. The feedback loop, I would say, is very open, but also needs to be very fast paced sometimes, as I need to get feedback to respond to the client as quickly as possible. What makes it work is that I'm comfortable enough to ask my colleagues for clarification if there is something that I don't understand, and they have the patience to explain to me. If you asked me 2 years ago, would you like to do customer service or do you see yourself in customer service? I would have definitely said no because I never envisioned it. But during my time here and the process and how I want to say you grow in mini steps, you don't even realize it. And then when the opportunity presented itself, I'm like, you know what? I'm totally able to do this because I have the knowledge, because I gained it through my experience here. And also I have the support, which is great. You feel comfortable in doing it because you have the support of your colleagues. Something we really get at Shapeways is if a client orders a part, these parts are all made to order. So a client imagineers this specific part for them to complete their specific project. And it's actually very special. So we all come to work every day knowing that this is our job. This is what we're going to do. We are here to create parts for people who require it. And that is our main goal, which is I'm customer service, but the team really has such a service mindset. Yeah, I think it's just ultimately because we all want to have happy clients.